His name is Gary and he don't give a damn. He's the coolio dude with a master plan. Playing Magic and Crash, streaming it on the Twitch. All of his stuff happens without a hitch. What? I wish. My first plan for a Magic video was to talk about Commander 2018. Of the 4 commanders, I only really like Lord Windgrace. Saheeli the Gifted would be nice if she possessed a third color like every other Planeswalker commander released in this set. Animato's design doesn't really scream top deck reliant. There's not even any scry in her abilities. I think I just run into the problem where Estrid isn't my type. I like that she gives permanents totem armor. I don't necessarily like that she's Bant colors because there are plenty of other commanders I could use who would do what I like doing with Bant a lot better. Even Lord Windgrace himself is honestly a mixed bag. I would prefer he wasn't Jund colors and instead was Abzan colors, so I could focus on maybe synergizing him with Murder Cats from Dominaria and from Commander 2017. Out of all the Commander sets, I'll say that Commander 2018 has been sincerely the most disappointing. At least with other sets, they tried to be innovative and sort of clever with what they did for structured deck building. Here, I think they just dropped the ball completely. My next plan was to talk about Ravnica the Plane, because I am a Vorthos, and I do study the plane's lore and history and try to figure out what I would be if I lived on that plane. In short, there are 10 Ravnican guilds, each featuring a pair of colors. Let's start with my least favorite guild, the Azorius Senate. They are represented by blue and white. The Boros Legion, represented by red and white. The Celestia Conclave, represented by green and white. The Gruul clans, represented by red and green. The Izzet League, represented by blue and red. The Simic Combine, represented by blue and green. House Dimir, represented by blue and black. The Cult of Rakdos, represented by black and red. The Orzhov Syndicate, represented by black and white. And lastly, my favorite guild, which is the Golgari Swarm, represented by black and green. All 10 of these guilds are stopped from killing each other through a guild pact, which if broken could mean the destruction of Ravnica as a plane. The original guild pact was not enough, so then they had a guy become a living guild pact. As I am heavily biased against Ravnica and Jace Beleren for very personal reasons, I would have a lot of issues making a proper Ravnica video. I considered going over the Magic the Gathering color pie in order to explain why my primary color is black. I thought it would be self-evident. I have given consideration to talking about BoJack Horseman and why he, and every other character in the show, is explicitly mono-black, with magic in mind. The idea just kind of fell on the floor when I recognized I'm not cut out for BoJack Horseman video analysis. BoJack Horseman is extremely jaded and cynical, and the narrative of it ends up proving him right for all the wrong reasons. Death follows BoJack's every wink. His ambitions hurt himself as much as they hurt others. Another thing is that BoJack himself is incorrigible. Black is capable of good. BoJack is not. Had I faith in myself, that my information was insightful or interesting, I could have probably expanded more on this BoJack Horseman idea. Presently, I would prefer to be spoiler light when it comes to BoJack Horseman. To accurately portray BoJack Horseman in a Magic the Gathering deck, I considered a commander. The choices are between Obnixilis of the Black Oath and Razaketh the Foul-Blooded. This is not the first time I've attempted to make a Magic the Gathering commander deck based on a TV show I watched. It won't be the last, either. Side note, and a minor update at best, the Ruby deck idea I had might need to be downgraded to mono-black using Kalitas Bloodchief of Get as the commander. The idea is still there, to use wombo combos with vampirism as a main theme. I'm biased when it comes to Commander 2017 because Edgar Markov legitimized one of my old deck ideas. Much like Saheeli the Gifted in 2018, I would have preferred Arabo to have 3 colors instead of only 2. On top of this, the Arabo structure deck seemed to have more of a Voltron focus, using cards like Nazan, which could be alternate commanders, and equipments. There's already a really good video which talks about Inalia Archmage Ritualist and how she could be easily optimized. But the deck that is made by Tolarian Community College is too expensive for me to make a copy of for myself. The Ur-Dragon's okay, but the structure deck needed some heavy mana reworking. Additionally, whenever I think of 5 color, my usual instinct leads towards Infect. If I wanted a commander from the Ur-Dragon structure deck, I would have picked up Ramos. Regardless, however, the Ur-Dragon structure deck will age the best out of the 4. I considered going over the other past commander sets, the ones before 2017, and offering my 2 cents on each of them. However, I think I already passively do that in past videos, so I figured it would be a redundancy I'd love to avoid. One of my friends, Epsilon, has a Bandcamp, which I will leave in the description of this video. She made some instrumentals, and I summoned 4 of them for this particular video. I wanted to use the whole soundtrack, and then proceed to promote her Bandcamp anyway, but I didn't have enough topics to cover for that to work. On top of this, my own voice is not really doing too kindly to me because it's the fall and seasonal allergies kind of destroy me at this time of year.